This is a code enforcement hearing for the City of North Miami. Today is February 5th, 2014. I am Beatrice Cazo, Special Magistrate for the City of North Miami. The purpose of this hearing is to determine if a code violation exists at your property as observed and cited by a code enforcement officer of this city. If the city is not able to prove its case, then I will dismiss the case and you may leave. These proceedings are being recorded, therefore all persons who are speaking should do so one at a time to ensure that all testimony is clearly audible on the recording device. If English is not your primary language, please inform me when I call your case. Actually, we don't have a translator, so we may have to. Mr. Graham, we would have to pass it. Everyone here speak English? Okay, but if you don't, please let me know and we'll figure out what we need to do since we don't have a translator present here tonight. When your case is called, the property owner, agent for the property owner, and any witness that you may have should come forward to the podium on the left side of the room. When asked, please speak clearly into the microphone and say aloud your name, your business or mailing address, and your relationship to the property. If you are not the property owner or an attorney representing the property owner, then you must present a notarized power of attorney affidavit in order for your testimony to be taken on behalf of the property owner. For new cases, you will be asked for the record if you are aware of and understand the violation that is being heard today. And do you understand what is required to resolve the violation? Please answer accordingly. The city will present its case first, then the property owner will be given an opportunity to testify on their own behalf, to bring forward witnesses to testify, to present evidence and photographs, and to cross-examine the city's witnesses. Following the case presentation, I will issue a finding of fact on the case. If I find that a violation of city codes exists or existed at your property, then depending on the case type, I will set an abatement date for the violation to be resolved. Or for repeat violations, I will impose a daily fine amount. For new non-repeat cases, my order will include an abatement date by which you must resolve the violation, and a daily fine amount that I may impose at a future hearing date should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date. If I find sufficient cause to postpone enforcement action at this time, I will table this case proceeding to another hearing date in the future. If you do not agree with my finding of fact and/or ruling, then the property owner may appeal the administrative order to the circuit court. An appeal must be filed within 30 days of the date of the execution of the administrative order to be appealed. In accordance with Florida statutes, if a person decides to appeal any decision made by the special magistrate with respect to any matter considered at these proceedings, then the person will need a verbatim record of the proceeding. This record includes the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The cost of obtaining the verbatim record shall be the sole responsibility of the appellant, and it is recommended that persons who plan to appeal their case should provide their own court reporter at this proceedings. Pursuant to city codes, if the City of North Miami prevails in prosecuting a case before the special magistrate, the city shall be entitled to recover all costs incurred in prosecuting the case. The current cost assessment amount is $100 per case. Once the city records an order that imposes a fine and authorizes a lien against the property, then the city will charge additional administrative fees to record and release the lien. Now, if you are giving testimony today, I'll ask that you please rise and raise your right hand so Mr. Graham can issue the oath, and if you can remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise. Raise your right hand and take the oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that testimony you're about to give in this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please say I do. I do. If you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country, place your right hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Well, we only have 4 people, so.
Wow,
Okay, we only have,
great.
yeah,
Mr. Graham, if you can please announce whether there are any additions, corrections, or deletions to the hearing agenda.
yes, Your Honor, there are, starting with agenda item number 1, Angel Martinez, case CEBNP 2013-00017 will be postponed to March. Agenda item 4, Audrey W. Edwards, case CEBNP 2013-00082 has complied. Item 6, Carlos Morales, CEODS 2013-00109 has complied. Agenda item 7, Charles Wells and Jill Patterson, case CESEA 2013-00001 is postponed 1 month. Agenda item number 8, Christine Pierre, case CEPOM 2014-00001 is complied. Turning to the next page, agenda item number 10, Christina and Miles Rendick, case CEBNP 2013-00074 is complied. Item 11, David Delvart, case CEODS 2013-00111 has complied. Case agenda item 12, David and Rhonda Lewis, CEOSV 2013-00057 has complied. Item 14, Franco Rossi and Deborah Young, case CEEXP 2013-00181 is complied. Item 16, Junaid and Lucius Mergulis, case CEFAW 2013-00057 has complied. Agenda item 11, John F. Jelke IV, CEBNP 2013-00033, postponed 1 month. Item 18, Mark and Greta Walker, CEBNP 2013-00073, postponed 1 month. Turning to the last page, agenda item number 20 and 21, Micheline Honoré and Merziu, case CEXP 2013-00186 and CEFAW 2013-00069 have both complied. Item 23, Patricia Pugh, case CEPFY 2013-00223 is complied. And agenda item 24, Sherman Ebanks, CEEXP 2013-00170 has complied. Your Honor, those are the amendments to this evening's agenda.
Okay, we may call the first case.
The first case tonight will be agenda item number 15. Agenda item number 15 for Giancarlo Zulian and Jacqueline Zulian. Case CEBNP 2013-00127 for their property address of 12890 Griffin Boulevard. This is Code Officer Ed Fitzell's case. It's a new case, open on December 6, 2013. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Giancarlo Zulian and the address is 12890 Griffin Boulevard, North Miami 33161.
And you are the property owner?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Fitzell will present his case first, and then Mr. Giancarlo, if you have any questions of him after he presents his case, you can ask him any questions,
Okay.
and then present any evidence to the court.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzell.
Officer Fitzell, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property was originally cited on October 21st, 2013 for a building without permit. Gave him several days to take care of the permit. He applied for the permit, so I sent him a letter, and there's been no permit as of today. There was a notice to appear sent out on November 22nd. The property was posted with notice to appear, and affidavit of service was filed. As of today, I spoke to the owner. He has a process number, but as of today, there has been no permit issued. It was denied. The permit was denied. And this is a non-homesteaded property.
Okay,
Well-
any further testimony, Mr. Fitzell?
Nothing at this time. I have photos showing,
Since this is a new case, if you'd present the photos for the court's review.
yes. Pardon me, I had the wrong file. This property was originally cited on December 6th of 2013. The owner does have a process number. Notice to appear was mailed out on January 17th. Property was posted on January 15th after the service was filed. I tried to make contact in the last week, knocked on the owner's door. There was no answer. I left him a business card today. As of today, there is no permit issued, but he does have a process number, and this is a non-homesteaded property.
Do you have the photographs?
Yes, I do.
Can you show it to Mr. Carlos?
Yes, I have the same one. I have the same one.
Sir, do you have any questions of the officer?
Yes,
Or-
I have the question. He replaced the fence without permit, but the company I took to do this job disappeared, and they told me when they was doing the job, you don't need permit to do that. I trust the company, and after they disappear, they haven't finished the job, and the company is LG Fences. I tried to sue them in internet and everything, no news. But the thing we did, we replaced the fence. It was the same fence, old, like 1981, and I have the picture, and also I have the blueprint, like what before I bought the house, it was like that already. And I just changed the fence because we had a burglary in 2010, and the police officer came on my house and told me you have to change your fence, and also the fence was more than 30 years old, It was creepy and everything. I just changed the fence. And I thought it was no necessary permit for that because it was already an old fence before. And all the pictures here.
Okay. Well, did you want to show it to, did you
Yes.
want me to review it?
Yes, of-
Show it to Officer Fitzell and pass it forward, please.
He knows. This was before, until here. But it was 4 feet long, you can jump and spin it from inside, and give us something,
I've reviewed the pictures, and I'll send them up to the special magistrate.
Sir, is it your intention to pull a permit at
Ah, yeah,
this
of course,
time?
yeah, definitively, yeah. I
How
want
much
to be in
time
a...
do you think you need to do that?
It's not my power, it's his power, I don't know. I want to do everything in order.
Has he applied?
Yes, he applied. But here's the thing. I explained to him before the holidays, before Christmas, that his permit was denied. And his permit was denied because it's on city property, the fence. And there's no actions since then in the computer from the building. The building department says that they notified him, I notified him personally that it's on city property. So it's going to have to be moved back to set with the building department that it's on, move it back a few feet, whatever they need, a few inches, whatever it may be, but it is on city property is what they said in the building department.
The thing is, like you can see on the picture, the old fence was 1981. I just changed it. It was before like that, I didn't know. And if I if I follow his advice, you can go inside the property without the fence, because the limit of the property is on the door, and it was
So-
like that 1981.
Okay, so perhaps you may need to get what they call a variance, I'm not sure, but you're gonna have to go to the building department and speak to someone there to help you and walk you through the process.
Definitively, I'm going to do what you tell me to do.
Okay, but he told you to do that last month.
No.
So, Your Honor, if it be
I've
your...
been on the building department a few times. They told me to hold it today to explain my case. That's it. I spoke with who's the name of the woman working there?
There's plenty of them there, I'm not sure.
Okay, Your Honor, my recommendation, if it be your pleasure, is to set it for the next hearing for a status update and to allow,
If you look
The
at the
steps.
photos, he's showing you the photos of the chain link fence, because that's on the water over there on the canal, Griffin Boulevard. And I guess the prior owner put that fence up so no people would come around there, the previous fence, to get on their property. But that might have been done after a permit was approved, and just for security reasons.
Understood. So if the city doesn't have any objections to us tabling this matter for next month, then we'll give you the opportunity to contact the city and discuss the issue of a variance with them and see what needs to be done. And then you'll come back next month for a status report and stay in contact with a code enforcement officer.
He's going to tell me what I have to do and who I have to contact, correct? Because I don't know.
you
To
need
tell you
to
the
go
truth.
to the building department.
I know. I've been and they
Okay.
told me to wait today to
No.
explain my case.
No, that,
Yes.
they wouldn't have told you that. You need to go to the building department, speak to the building official, Mr. John Jackson.
John
John Jackson.
Okay.
Okay, and ask him to explain to you what needs to be done.
I think the woman is Georgette.
Okay.
She's in
Okay.
Georgette. She's in charge of my case. She told me to wait today to explain my case.
Okay, well, just go to, speak to Mr. Jackson.
I'll speak to Georgette
You'll
tomorrow,
speak-
and
okay, can
and
you
we'll see where we
facilitate?
go from
Okay.
there.
Thank
the-
you.
The hearing
Right.
officers, the code officer is going to facilitate that for you. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Take your pictures.
Thank you. Thank you. Merci.
Thank you.
Au revoir. Okay. If you're ready to proceed, we'll go on to agenda item 13. Agenda item 13, the case is for Fay Bridges. Fay Bridges, case CEEXP 2013-00174 for the property address 1560 Northeast 142nd Street. This is Code Officer Clark's case. The case was already open. It was open in September 23rd, 2013 to clean a mildew, dirt-stained tile roof. The case was adjudicated on December 5th, 2013 with a guilty finding with an abatement date of February 4th. Fine amount has already been established. Good evening, sir. If you would please state your name and address for the record and your relationship to Ms. Bridges.
My name is Jamal Bridges. I live at 1560 Northeast 142nd Street. Faye Bridges is my mother.
Wayne Clark City, North Miami Code Compliance. I went by probably about 30 minutes ago or so and took a current photo depicting that the roof has not been pressure cleaned at this point, and I would like to submit the photo to the defendant for the record. That's the house, the roof.
Okay.
And still no compliance.
Sir, do you understand the violation?
Somewhat, yeah. And I understand that you're saying it needs to be pressure cleaned. Yeah. But as far as doing anything about it, I haven't done anything about it. I just found out about the things when I got this, so I'm not really up to everything that's happening right now from September to now. I don't know. I'm just here for her because she's not in town, so here to show a face.
Okay. All right. Based on the testimony presented, I find that the violation still exists. What was the abatement amount?
The abatement date was yesterday, and the fine amount was set at not to exceed $25 a day.
All right, so the daily fine amount of $25 per day is hereby ratified. Thank you, sir.
Until, I don't know if he really understood that, and it'll run $25 a day until the violation is complied with, which means that as soon as you pressure clean the roof, contact me, I'll come out and do a reinspection, and the fine of the $25 a day will stop.
Okay.
Okay? Which, it doesn't go back to,
It starts today.
No, it starts today.
Okay, so you're good. It
The
starts
abatement date was
today.
yesterday.
You said it starts today, the fine start today?
Correct.
All right.
So the sooner the better for you.
I mean, she won't be back until 10 days, I think she told me today, so that's...
You look strong. I think you can do
Yeah,
some pressure
he's
cleaning. You don't need
working
your
out.
mom to.
I don't know about getting on no roof.
Okay. All right. That's all too.
If you're ready to proceed, we'll go on to, thank you. Thanks, Wayne. If you're, huh? Okay, then can you correct that?
I correct it.
Thank you. Agenda item number 9, Cindy and James Mariquin, case CEBNP 2013-00100 for the property address is 515 Northeast 139th Street, building without a permit, obtain a permit for a fence. This is a new case, Code Officer Fitzell's case. Good evening. If you would, please state your names for the record and your relationship to the property.
My name is Anthony Rodriguez, and I'm Cindy James' husband, and the property address is 515 Northeast 139th Street.
Okay, and you're Cindy Mariquin? Okay.
Ed Fitzell, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property was originally cited for building without a permit. There was a fence erected without a permit. I spoke to the property owner. They were originally going to get a permit, then something happened with with your contractor, is that what it was?
Yeah.
So they had a notice to appear was mailed out on November 22nd. Affidavit was filed, and notice to appear. Property was posted on November 23rd. Again, property was posted with notice to appear on January 13th. Affidavit was filed. I spoke to the owner. They have a new contractor. They have a process number as of yesterday, but no permit was issued as of yet for the erection of this wooden fence. I do have some photos for the file.
Do you have any questions for the officer? Or?
No, I spoke to the officer already.
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add?
The only thing I would like for you guys to do is give me an extension at least a month, because I just got the contractor and I really didn't know that I needed a permit for a fence, because I already had a gated a chain link fence. So what I did was I took a foot off my yard and put it closer to the house, because I had kids jumping over and I have dogs. That's the reason why I put it. But like I said, he came over and he told me I needed a permit for it, and he's there and I witnessed that I took off the whole fence. The whole thing, I took it off. I'm just waiting for the permit. There's no fence now. There's just the poles. So
Right, if you look at the previous pictures, they've taken it down, and the 4x4s weren't in compliance with our code, so they've dug new holes as of today, and they're just waiting for the permit to be approved from the building department.
yeah, I have no problem. I know I did it without a permit and all. I just took it off. I need a permit, so I'm getting it now. So
Okay. The city attorney wanted to add something.
I have no objection to the extension of time.
Okay.
all right,
All right. So a month.
yeah, that's fine.
All right. So we'll table it for 30 days.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. We'll send you notice in the mail. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so, thanks. If you're ready to proceed, item number 25. Agenda item 25, Timothy G. Lazarus. For the case is CEEXP 2013-00177 for the property located at 12030 Northwest 8th Avenue. This is Ms. Sanders' case. This is a new case for exterior siding not meeting the Florida Building Code. Sir, if you would state your name and address for the record.
Good evening. My name is Timothy Lazarus. I live at 12030 Northwest 8th Avenue, North Miami.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Sanders will explain how she came to cite your property, and then if you have any questions for her, you can ask her, or just then make a statement to the court.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Sanders.
Shanna Sanders, City of North Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a case for the exterior maintenance of the property. I am showing that this is a homesteader property with no visible life safety issues. Upon doing my normal inspections, September 27th, I noted a property that appeared to have, I guess, a black roof siding stapled to the house. I sent a couple of letters to the property owner. As of today, I have had no contact. I'll let the property owner explain why I've had no contact and or why the exterior siding still remains.
Yes, ma'am. No contact. Actually, I had the one card from one, was a gentleman, I think, that came to the property one time. I did talk to somebody there, but I don't have his name. The siding itself that's on the house is a tar paper because it's unfinished. I've been redoing the house, but it's a slow process. My money issue is the other problem, but I've been doing a little every year with the tax money, and this year I do plan on getting it if the city here allows me to have a little time to be able to get my money and finish off the exterior of the house. But it's I understand the letter states painting, but it's a little bit more than painting. It's wired.
Do you have a picture, a photograph? I'd like to see what
yes, I do.
we're talking about here.
Yes, ma'am. It's tar paper.
He stated to me as I was showing the pictures that it's actually tar paper that he has stapled to the house.
I can see from here that looks like an eyesore. And it's been like this since September?
Actually, it's been like that prior to September. I looked in the computer history, and I showed that the officer prior to me, about 2 or 3 years ago, I believe it was 2010, cited him for the same thing and stated exactly what he stated, that he was trying to get it done due to financial reasons. He asked for more time, but I am showing that the officer prior to me cited him, I think, in 2009 or 10.
Mr. Lazarus, I can't imagine that your neighbors would be happy with you. You've had this going on since 2010?
If possible, yes, ma'am. I mean, I did resheet the whole outside of the house because the wood was rotted. It had that, I don't know what that shingling is they had on it. It was all falling off and termite ate it. So I resheeted it, screwed it, put the paper on there. But the person that at the time that I was paid the money to have put the stucco and finish on there, they never did it, took off my money. And I just was not able to financially have it done again at that time. I was out of work.
So it has to be story code. Is
Yes.
it story code? Is that the term? Is it is?
What is it, ma'am?
You said it has to be, what's the term?
Stuccoed.
Stuccoed.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All All right, so that has to be, you have to pull a permit for that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so are you in the process of pulling a permit
I have
for it?
to, I know that they want money for me to issue, for them to apply for the permit, so I mean, I did file my taxes, but it won't come to probably about the end of February.
So I just want to I just want to really understand this. You cannot just paint over this, what I'm seeing here.
You
No.
can, but it's not right.
It's not going to look good.
It's not right.
So it has to be stuccoed and then painted over.
Correct.
So this process has been going on since 2010. What are you asking for today?
I'm asking to, if the court here will allow me to wait for my tax money so I can finish off the process of it.
Do you work? Are you employed?
I am employed, but it's part-time, and I've been working 2 jobs.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to turn over to the city attorney on this one, because, I mean. Have you filed already? I'm sorry. Have you filed?
For the taxes?
Yes.
Correct, yes.
Okay. So you should be are you expecting a refund?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Which should kicks in, which is about 2 weeks, I think, is the turnover process. Do you want to reset it for next month for an update?
Correct.
How about we're going to table it for 30 days.
Yes, ma'am.
You're coming back here, March? So that we can have an update as to how far along we are with this. Okay? You
Yes,
got to
ma'am.
do something because it's not pretty.
Correct, I understand.
It's not attractive. So, all right, so we'll see you next month, sir.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Your Honor, no other property owners, attorneys, or agents are present, so we have just a few more cases. If
Okay, the
we'll
city
go
attorney
ahead and
cannot wait to
call
run
them.
to run.
And we want to thank the city attorney for being here this evening. And, you want to go? And we'll thank our police officer,
Thank you.
Officer Ruggiero, for being here tonight.
Thank you, officer.
And she'll be leaving too, and we'll finish up. So if the code officers would come forward, we'll go through these in short order, starting with agenda item number 2. This is case against Antiola Austin, case CEB&P 2013-00081, for the property addresses 12816 Northeast 11th Avenue. This is, I guess, Ms. Christie's case, and this was for non-permitted construction. Ms. Christie.
Can you give me the agenda item again?
Agenda item 2.
Great, got it.
Vito and Christie, Code Compliance, North Miami Police Department. This is a new case in regards to a wooden fence repair. I do have photos of the violation. The property was posted with the notice to appear on the 16th. Certified mail was sent out, but it has been returned unsigned. And there's no one here to defend. Would you like to see the pictures?
Yes, please. Okay. And I'm looking at photographs that were taken on this date, today's date, 2/5/2014. I'm sorry, what did you say about notice?
The notice was posted at the property on the 16th of January, and the certified mail was also sent out, but it was returned.
Okay. Is it homesteaded or no?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that given proper notice, the property owner has failed to appear. I find in favor of the city hereby imposing a daily fine amount of $50 with the abatement date of March, what is the date in March?
March 4th.
On my list.
March 4th.
March 4th, 2014.
Next is agenda item number 3. Agenda item 3, Medalist Corporation and Antonio Edwards, case CEIVY 2013-00220 for the property at 1235 Northwest 129th Street. This is for an operable vehicle. Ms. Sanders' case.
Shanna Sanders, City Miami Code Compliance Officer. This is a case for an inoperable vehicle. It is a case of failure to comply, a report of previous compliance. At this present time, as of today, around 11:30, I inspected the property and the vehicle still remains. He has placed a tag on the vehicle, but it's an invalid tag expiring last March of 2013. I do have updated pictures if you would like to see.
Yes, please. Okay. And the property was posted?
Yes, the property was, actually, it was hand delivered to the tenant. I had to look at the history. It was hand delivered to the tenant on January 16th at 11:50 a.m.
All right, based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that given proper notice, the owner has failed to appear. I hereby impose I find in favor of the city, hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 and the abatement date of March 4th, 2014.
Actually, this case is already adjudicated, Your Honor.
It was?
On December
Yes.
5th, and the fine amount was already established at $25 a day should they fail to comply. So this
Okay.
case, you
I
can,
find that the violation still exists. I hereby ratify the daily fine amount of $25.
thank you. Next case, agenda item 5, Barnsdale Holdings LLC for the case CEMHS 2013-00009 for 1425-27 Northeast 131st Street. This is case was already adjudicated on November 7, 2013. They were found guilty. Fine amount was established at $50 a day if not complied. Mr. Clark.
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. To date, well, actually, start by saying that I did get proper notification. I did post the property on January 13th, and it does state that it was for the failure to comply, but as a correction as to be posted for this hearing on January 13, 2014. I made several attempts to call. There were several parties involved in managing the property. And I called everyone that I had a contact number for, left a message, and I didn't get a return call. I also attempted to contact Simone, whose name I was given by the former tenant, and somehow the lines got crossed up and dropped the call, and I tried to attempt to call her back to no answer. But anyway, the property is the same, if not in worse condition, on what I can see, because there were several violations, most of them being on the interior of the property, which I have no access to. And ever since the former tenant vacated the property, no one has showed up or taken responsibility for it. The grass has been being cut by the neighboring unit. It's a duplex. One side is abandoned, one side is occupied. The side that's abandoned, it's in bad shape. So what I can see to date was one of the violations was to repair the windows, the broken windows. And I did capture recent photos of that I'd like to submit for the record.
Okay.
And I have not gotten any contact by anyone. I think they're out of town, the management company.
This case started back in September. Has it been adjudicated, or is this the first time up?
No, it's
Okay.
yeah, it's been adjudicated.
All right.
Case was adjudicated on November 7th.
Right.
Guilty finding with a fine amount set at $50 a day for noncompliance.
You want to see the other pictures? Oh, you remember? Do you recall it? You want me to?
Was it one of mine? I handled this one?
Oh, no, I don't know. I can't remember that.
Okay.
But
Are there any life safety issues?
no.
Okay. All right. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation still exists. I find given proper notice, the owners have failed to appear. The daily fine amount of $50 is hereby ratified.
Thank you.
Would that be retroactive? Was this, was the
it would
abatement
be
date
today,
yesterday?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the abatement date then was December 3rd, and we haven't had a hearing since then.
Right. Good.
So you can impose it starting today if you wish.
Okay, starting today.
Good seeing you.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. That's all you had?
Right.
We should keep you here for,
Almost.
tie him to the seat for being late.
Agenda item 19, against Linda Joseph Mercy D. Noel for the case CEBMP 2013-00091, address 900 Northeast 126th Street. This case has already been adjudicated on December 5th, found guilty. Fine amount was established at $25 a day for noncompliance. Ms. Christie.
You said 25?
25.
Vidal and Christie, code compliance. There has been no changes at the property, no permit application has been submitted. The property was posted with the notice to appear for the hearing on the 16th of January, and the certified mail sent out on the 17th. No mail has been returned.
Okay. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer, I find that the violation still exists. I find that given proper notice, the property owners have failed to appear. The daily fine amount of $25 is hereby ratified.
Thank you. Next is agenda item 22. Agenda 22, Orestes de la Rosa for the case CEFAW 2013-00058 at 880 Northeast 128th Street. This is a new case. Ms. Christie.
I'm sorry, say that again for me?
Agenda item 22, Orestes de la Rosa.
We just heard that.
That's the one we just heard.
No, we just heard Linda Joseph.
Okay, we heard that prior then.
I don't have
Linda
any notes on
Joseph
that.
was just agenda item 19 and was just ratified.
880, which is the fence?
880 is a wood fence on both sides of the property is falling and need a repair. That's the case now.
Correct.
Okay, I thought we just heard that. I'm
No.
sorry.
I thought
And
the
we
one
just saw
heard
the
was-
pictures.
The case I called was agenda item 19 against Linda Joseph Mercy at 900 Northeast 126th Street.
Correct, that's the one I.
That's what was called.
Okay.
Okay.
Here are the pictures that we are looking for. For the fence. You just saw that a second ago. You didn't see any pictures before.
Correct, this one was
you-
the matter before,
For $25 or something. No, okay. Well, let
that
me-
was before Mr. Clark's case. Did you we
Yes,
handled this case before Mr. Clark's case? did
Yes.
we not?
That's why I'm wondering why we're calling it now again.
Oh, God, that's not good.
No, Mercy
Okay.
D. Noel is absent. The case
Yes.
was not called.
And,
I
okay,
just called it,
we just heard that one.
heard it, and the fine was ratified. Now we're moving to the next case.
Okay. But we already heard 880 Northeast 128th Street for the fence.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Well, that's.
She saw the picture?
She showed me the pictures.
Well, she showed
for
you the
the wrong
pictures for the wrong
case.
case.
I only have one case with a fence. Okay.
Okay, we need to clear this
The
up.
case against Mercy Noel was building
For
without
the
a permit,
door.
installation of a new front door without a permit.
Okay. Which is the case we just heard.
That's
And
900
that's it
Northeast-
ratified for
900
$25.
Northeast 126th Street.
Yes.
That was ratified was just $25.
Yes.
Let me go back, because I take notes as well, so, hold on,
And that, I believe, was for $50.
give me 1 second.
So I wrote it in the corner of the chart.
Blue Mercedes, permit, render one. Okay, I don't have the time stamped, so I can't tell which one that was. Wow. Could it have been the $50?
Yes, the $50 you gave for that case.
All
Okay,
right.
then that's number 2. Could that have been number 2? In fact, I almost want to think that the city attorney was still here when I heard this case.
This case has not been called.
No, what I'm saying, when she showed me the photographs.
I never came up while the city attorney was here.
Okay, but I've seen these photographs.
I know, because we heard it and you said $50. And I wrote it on the corner of my file also.
No.
But what I'm saying is the confusion is Mr. Graham and I were following the same agenda item.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
The case,
And, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Your Honor, Ms. Christie, she's referring to a fine $50 a day. It was for a case of, against Antiola Austin, which the city attorney was here for.
Correct.
Okay, and that was a new case where she was, you found her guilty and gave an abatement date of March 4th.
Correct.
Okay, and that's for a totally separate address, is 12816 Northeast 11th Avenue. That was for non-permitted construction additional on the north side of the house.
I haven't spoken about that case yet.
Well, the case was called
And the city
already
attorney was not here for that.
Well, okay, I
Okay,
don't know
what
where you
we're
were.
gonna have to
Okay.
do, what we have to do so that we can clear the record,
Okay.
I need to hear both matters again.
Okay.
I need to hear the case for agenda item number 2, and then we can call agenda item number 22.
Okay.
I don't know that my decision will be different, but I need to, let's recall agenda item number 2.
Which is,
All right, we're going back and recalling agenda item number 2, Antiola Austin, case CEBNP 2013-00081, 12816 Northeast 11th Avenue.
okay. This is a case in regards, was previously heard at a previous hearing for construction of or in addition to the side of the property, which was unpermitted. Property was posted for this hearing on January 16th at 1:20. Certified mail was also sent out. Nothing was returned, and I do have pictures of that particular property for the record.
Okay, for the record, this matter was already adjudicated?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the abatement, the fine amount?
You found that in favor of the city, you set an abatement date of March 4th and a fine amount of $50 for noncompliance. If you would like to,
I'm sorry?
you want to verify that order and just continue with that order? That's what you issued?
That's what, no, not what I issued. We're rehearing this whole case.
Okay.
Strike whatever decision I made on
Okay.
that, because apparently we were not all on the same page. You're not when you said it was previously adjudicated, you're not talking about what I did today?
That's what you did earlier at 6:40 PM.
Okay, no, let's strike that.
Okay, so now we need a finding.
Correct. So it has not been adjudicated yet.
This is not a new case. Maybe I need to refresh your memory with the pictures. This, to my knowledge, this is not a new case. It was heard before. The property owner was present at the previous hearing and was asked to get with the building official to see what can be done. Because what is actually happening is the addition that he made to the property is too close to his property line, and he had a lot of construction, as in windows and doors.
Let me
and
see,
a whole
please.
portion of the building. That's from the front of the property, but if you flip the pages, the additional pictures.
Okay, what do you say about this case? It was heard today?
No. It was
Okay.
heard previously. The property owner was present at that time
Okay.
with his blueprints for his property stating that,
Okay, so we need to hear it today. It's on the agenda today, so
Oh.
we need to hear it today. Are we saying that it was tabled, it was postponed?
No.
oh,
The case was brought forward on December 5th, at which time the magistrate tabled the case to bring it forward today.
Okay, all right, so it has not yet been
So there's no
adjudicated.
adjudication on the case. It's treated as a new case.
There you go, okay. And let me just put forward on the record, I used to get the entire hearing packet, and unfortunately, they sent me the morning packet. There was a misunderstanding, so I didn't have the packet for this afternoon. So that's the reason why, because you know I'm diligent in preparing and making sure that I'm familiar with the cases. I didn't have the hearing packet for this afternoon. So that's the reason why we have so much confusion for this hearing. Okay, Miss Christie. Just, let's go through the process again.
okay. This particular case for Antolia Austin is a BMP for construction at the property, which is a side addition, which includes doors, windows, and a structure that's not finished. And he was told that he would either have to remove that structure or bring it into compliance by going to the building department and getting all the necessary permits.
Okay, and you're indicating that he was present at the last meeting? And
Yes.
he's aware that
And
we're
he's-
having a hearing today?
Yes, and he was also informed at that previous meeting of the necessary steps he would have to take.
And did you post the property for today's hearing?
Yes, I posted the property on January 16th at 1:20 p.m. Certified mail was also sent to the property, and as of today, I've printed the permit records for that property, and no permit application has been submitted.
Okay, so based
And
on
no-
the,
Oh, and no additional contact. I have not made any additional contact with the property owner.
all right, so based on the unrebutted testimony and of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I find that giving proper notice based both at the previous hearing and by the officer's testimony that she has posted the property and that they are aware that we're having a hearing here today, I find that there's proper notice. And even given proper notice, the property owner has failed to appear. So I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $50 per day with an abatement date of March 4th, 2014.
Agenda item 22. Orestes De La Rosa, 880 Northeast 128th Street, CEFAW, 2013-00058.
This is a new case in regards to a damaged fence on both sides of the property. I have not had any contact with the property owner. And as of today, the fence remains pretty much in the same condition. Property was posted with notice for this hearing January 16th at 1:40. Property was also sent certified mail on the 17th. Certified mail has been returned unclaimed, and I do have those pictures for the record.
Okay. All right, now I'm looking at the correct photograph for the correct property. And the photographs dated on this date, 2/5/2014. All right. Okay. Based on the unrebutted testimony of the code enforcement officer and the evidence presented, I find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I hereby impose a daily fine amount of $25 per day with an abatement date of March 4th, 2014.
According to my records, that concludes the cases being presented tonight.
All right, so adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.